What's up, y'all? It's that time again. You know what time it is. It's time for Fire Mid Trash. Let's go. Yeah. Fire Mid Trash. Ready to get it popping, y'all. It's been a long week, man. Sorry we missed last week, but we here. We now. It's myself and Petey Stunt. Before we bring Petey Stunt up on here, let me go ahead and plug it. The League FFB, where myself and Andrew Mott teach you about Dynasty football on Let's Talk Dynasty, and we do it every Saturday. So if you want your lineups to be straight, if you want to win some championships, come check us out over at the League FFB. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in the GOAT, what they say on SmackDown, the greatest of all time. I'm going to bring in Mr. Petey Stunt.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It feels good to be back on Christmas Mask, and I am the co-host Petey Stunt, baby. And yes, today I am wearing one of the greatest, one of the most best characters in all of WWE and all the pro wrestling, The Undertaker.
Gotta love the Dead Man Inc. You know what I'm saying? Gotta love the Dead Man. Gotta love the Dead Man.
Gotta love
So Petey, what you think? We should go ahead and get this thing kicked off?
Let's get it kicked off. Now, beforehand, I will admit, guys, you're going to be very disappointed in me. FMG, you're going to be disappointed. I did not watch AEW. So on that segment, I will let you do your thing on that one. I did not get a chance to really watch it, but I'm good with everything else.
How could you? How could you? How could you do this? No, I'm joking. It's all good, man.
Man, get up.
You know what? That's why we're a team. So without further ado, let's talk about that fire. Yeah. We're going to kick it off with Monday Night Raw.
Oh.
What I got for fire for Monday Night Raw is giving Sami Zayn a shot. I like how they did that. I like how they went through the whole nuance of showing what happened in Montreal and built up to the main event where Sami get a shot. I like going into my episodes of Monday Night Raw or wrestling in general, not knowing what's going to happen. I did not expect to see a world title match that night. I thought we were going to see the usual same boring-ass tag match. But we got a world title match, so how can we complain about that, you know? Sami got his shot. It was a very emotional match. It was an emotional build-up. I liked it. What do you think, Petey?
Definitely true. I definitely agree. I feel like Sami Zayn getting that shot, it does bring up a storyline for Sami Zayn. Could Sami Zayn turn heel? Maybe? Or you think he's... You know what? I'm going to be honest with you, MFG. He's in that Mick Foley role. He's in that Mankind, that I don't care. Like, he's in that...
I'm dead right now.
He's in that role right now where you like Sami, whether he has a title or not, he's still like over. He's an over character. But him getting that title match was very like surprising to me. I didn't think he was gonna cash it in on the same night, but it's WWE, so you know how they do. But yeah, it was definitely fire, man. It's good to see Sami getting a chance to fight for another heavyweight title, which he should. He deserves it. He deserves it, man. He really does.
I 100% agree. I think that Sammy getting his shot was cool, man. I feel like with that title needs to be defended every Monday or at least every other Monday, because we know we're not getting that with the other title that Roman has. So
Whoa. Let's let's not diss my boy Roman now.
we not look. I actually don't have an issue with what's going on with Roman, but I'm saying, like, if Seth says that the world title is the workhorse title, then let it be the workhorse title. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling these sorry ass Chicago Bulls in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to turn that down. We ain't trying.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't my Lakers. We ain't trying to hear about them Bulls.
Like I said on War Room, when I come out the next channel, Dreaded Samurai, then we can talk about my love-hate relationship with Chicago teams. But let's move on. NXT, PD. And so how we going to do 5 minute trash when you hear? This is how we're going to do it going forward. I'm going to pick the initial topic. I'm going to pick the initial what's fire, was mid trash. But if you think of something else when we bring up the show that you think was fire or mid or trash, then you add that in, okay? Because for NXT, what I have for this week's episode of NXT that was fire was the bright future of women's wrestling. WWE has a women's problem, and a good one, because I feel like they got too many good women. And I was actually saying over on the War Room that they might have to release some of these women that we've come to know and love over the years, the Natalias, just all the ones, Carmella's, even though she out. Like, I think a lot of those women are gonna like not be on TV or be released because WWE is signing women from all over the place, and they got a ton of them down in NXT. You got Roxanne Perez, Kehlani Jordan is even good. Kehlani Jordan, Tiffany Stratton, Live Valkyrie. And you know what made me come to this realization is when what's the girl name that's with the two guys? Fallon Henley.
Yeah.
When I realized that Fallon Henley, she's actually gotten better in the ring, I said, man, they got too many women that's good now. Because I think Fallon Henley is better than some of the women that's on the main roster.
Yeah. Well, my fire, you know what? That is a surprise because we don't hear a lot of like fire stuff for the women's wrestling, because like you said, women's wrestling has it has its ups and downs. Like, they might have a good show, a good night on one show, and then it just be terrible next week or whatever. But to know that, NXT, I agree. NXT's women's side is always been better than the main roster side. To me, it always felt like that. But my fire would have to go to that Trick and Mello segment for some reason, bro. I just feel like that story's gonna get real deep and real dark. Like you really invested in it, and you're like, damn, homie, did you really attack me? Did you gonna do me like that, son? I feel like you're gonna be really invested in it. Me and you was talking about. We was like, well, what if it wasn't Mello? What if it is Lexis King? What if he's the one who actually did it, and he's trying to draw friction in between them two? You know what I'm saying? Which in return, that whole segment with Trick accidentally hit Mello gives Mello the chance to actually turn heel on him. Like, it's just so much that can go into that story, man. And I think that segment right there was fire to me, and I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen. I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen.
I agree too, man. And you know what? It's crazy. They're doing a good job with that storyline, because I went into that last segment thinking like, okay, Mello didn't do it. He been framed. But then when Mello was like, you ain't see who attacked you? You ain't see who attacked you. That's when I said, hold on. Did you attack him? So they got me like going back and forth, like trying to figure out like who really did it. So then Lexis King came out there. Now Lexis King got to work on Lex King got to get that little AEW out of him. He got to get it out because he was showing all his AEW like. Because here's the thing about AEW. They don't got a whole bunch of top-notch promo cutters over there. They don't. That's just the reality of it. Like, and we gonna talk about a promo that actually was good at AEW later in the show, but they ain't got a bunch of top-notch promo cutters. So he still kind of sounded like, he sounded like, especially next to Trick Williams, man. Trick Williams is so good on the mic, like. It was just like, man, Lexus, just go ahead and get out the ring, dog. But yeah, man, I agree, man. That definitely was in the running for my fire pick too. All right, so let's go over to Dynamite, where you've already said you didn't get a chance to check out the AEW shows this week, but you're familiar with what's going on Dynamite. So my fire for Dynamite was just simply MJF as a face. I will be the first person to admit to you, I would have told you 6 months ago, there's no way in hell that MJF could successfully be a babyface. And here he is. He's doing it. He's your scumbag. He's my scumbag. He's the people's scumbag. Okay? And honestly, the crazy part is that I feel like he's showing a side of himself that's going to make him an even more attractive free agent to WWE. Because there was a worry. I had a concern, and maybe he's purposely doing this. I had a concern that if MJF went to WWE, that he would get lost in the sauce because he can't be MJF. But this version of MJF that he is now in AEW that's being successful, the people's scumbag, that same character can work in WWE because he hasn't been saying a whole bunch of outlandish stuff. So, that's kind of where I'm at with that. What do you think, Petey?
Yeah. Personally, this is just my personal preference. I personally like MJF as a heel. He's so much better as a heel. Seeing him being a face, it's like, okay, let's see how long it lasts. He's in that kind of like that Triple H type of era. Like where he's like face for a little while, but then you already know he's up to something sneaky to turn because he's gonna turn heel eventually. So that's what I'm waiting on. I do know about what's been going on as far as the devil, the whole people attacking random people. I'm still trying to figure that out. Still trying to figure out who is who. Could it be Adam Cole, like we talked about? Like, it's just so much with that segment. I was just asking her. I was like, dang, ain't MJF supposed to be the devil? Like, it's just so much that can happen in that segment, man. And I'll be checking it out this week coming up. So we'll see.
We'll see. All right. So the next show we're going to touch on, which you also didn't get this, but I'm glad that I picked a lot of topics that you still have an opinion on. So what I picked for Rampage was the international flavor of the show. And what I noticed about Rampage, and I want to be accurate here, I believe that the night kicked off with a Commander, and he was in the match, and the overall arc of AEW, bringing in the luchadors from Mexico, bringing in wrestlers from Europe. I just feel like I like that a lot. And as the mention that WWE, even though WWE does have wrestlers from other countries, they don't necessarily highlight wrestlers from other countries. And I feel like they do that in AEW. And I felt like they did that on this episode of Rampage.
Mm-hmm. Rampage.
Let's get it clear though. Rampage is indeed the worst professional wrestler show that comes on during the week.
Yeah, I try to get myself into it. Yeah, you know what? Rampage becomes one of those shows where it's just playing in the background after a while. You just like, like I don't know. For some reason, there's kind of like a disconnect with Dynamite and Rampage. Like, well, I put a disconnect between Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. I'm guessing Collision is supposed to be its own thing or whatever, but it's just, I don't know. For some reason, I'm always more in tune on wanting to like know what's happening on Dynamite than I do on Rampage. So it's hard for me to really like pay attention to it at times. Sorry, guys. I know, bash me. I know. Go ahead. All the AEW Rampage people, go ahead. Say, hey, man, you're not no real wrestling guy. Or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe I just need to really pay more attention to it. I just haven't been paying a lot of attention to it lately.
I feel like Rampage is like the WCW Thunder of AEW.
But
Collision.
That's the thing. Thunder and Nitro seem like it kind of went together a little bit.
I feel like Rampage, honestly, and I said this before, Rampage needs to just be like internet only, or like I feel I can see the connection between Dynamite and Collision. Collision, honestly, it's a lot of weeks where I feel like Collision is the best show AEW puts on.
Wow.
I'd never feel like that about Rampage. Rampage is more of a nuisance. And I feel like, if anything, they need to treat Rampage like it's their NXT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Rampage was hot when it first came out. I think CM Punk like debuted on Rampage.
Right,
like,
okay.
I think Rampage was hot when it first came out, but I just don't. Now it just feels like a chore to watch it. I hate to say that, but that's what it feels like. but this is supposed to be fire, so let's not. They are very good at having an international flavor on this week's episode of Rampage, and I was down with it. Now let's get to some real rock and roll. Let's talk about SmackDown. And I think this is pretty easy. It's pretty easy. My fire for SmackDown were the heel turns. Not heel turn heel turns up. I think that it was awesome. We seen a heel turn with Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio. And we see somewhat of a heel turn with Asuka, even though she kind of was a tweener, but still, she was expected to help the baby faces, but she ended up turning on them. So
I like that about WWE. They give us a 2-for-1 deal. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they give us I love that, man. Give me a 2-for-1 deal sometimes. And they really did. They put on the show for that one. You know?
Because I bet you anyone who watched wrestling for years went into the main event not expecting that to happen, because WWE doesn't typically hit you with 2 turns in one night.
Yeah.
And it was nice for them to do a little change of pace.
Yeah, I like that, man. So you want me to go ahead and tell you what I think was fire?
Yes, indeed.
Well, we already said it. The most fire thing was that I've been waiting for, you've been waiting for months. This whole LWO crap. Man, that Escobar turning on him, I was like, yes, about goddamn time. Man, we've been sitting here wondering, like, okay, when is he going to turn? Is he going to turn this week? No? Okay, is he going to turn next week? All right, he's going to turn at Survivor Series. When we know it's going to happen. No, they did it right on SmackDown, man. Right on SmackDown. And it was time. And it was time for a change. It's time for Escobar to get like a little push. You know what I'm saying? Where do you think this story is going? Or you think it's more like a Eddie in like that 2005, 4, what was it, 2003, 2004, 5, something like that, when Eddie turned on Rey Mysterio, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I think they kind of doing too? I know I'm jumping around a bit, but I think they're like giving him like a delusional gimmick. Like, it wasn't my fault, it was your fault. Like, it wasn't me. Like, it wasn't me. Like that, he's delusional. Like, no, fool, it was really your fault, but you're not taking accountability for it. Like, I like that. I want to see that real mean, aggressive side of him again. You know what I'm saying? When he had his little group going. So yeah, that was definitely fire though, man. That was super fire. Asuka, it was kind of expected. It was more expected. Like, you kind of felt like, all right, it's going to happen at Survivor Series. Oh, they did it on SmackDown. What the hell? But Escobar, it was one of those playing it up to the top. You know, they played it off.
I'm curious what direction they're going to go with it now. There's so many different directions they could go with it. With Escobar, Is he going to take half of the people from LWO and make his own group? Is all the people from Legado going to go back to Escobar and leave Rey with Carlito, and then Carlito eventually stab Rey in the back because that's what Carlito does? Is Escobar just going to be by itself and attack every member of LWO one by one? Like, there's so many different directions they could go with it.
Yeah, there's a lot, man. There's a lot. Like, there's countless numbers of them. I'm just hoping that wherever they do go, that it gives Escobar a much needed push that he deserves, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. So over on Collision, you ain't get a chance to catch this, and when you do get a chance to look at this Petey stunt, my fire moment for Collision was Hangman Page's promo. Now, newsflash, AEW usually don't get fire segments for me that got to do with promos, especially Hangman Page, which I can't remember one promo he's ever cut besides this one. This is the easiest way to hook me. If you cut a promo and in your promo you say that me and my son, when my son gets older, Petey, this is what he said to Swerve. This is what he said to Swerve Strickland. He said, and I quote, because this is the line that stands out to me the most in this promo. He said, when my son gets older, me and my son gonna visit, we gonna visit your grave, and we gonna piss on your grave.
Ooh, no, he didn't.
That's what he said. That's what he told Swerve Strickland. He said him and his son's gonna piss on his grave. Ooh. And I was like, okay, that's a hell of a promo. That's
like fighting. That's like death threats.
He told, and I'm trying to remember as much of the promo as I can. He said something to the lines of, "You gonna regret not being able to go to your family funeral. You're gonna regret not being able to go to your family's weddings, your wife, your kids' weddings, yada yada yada. But it's okay because when my son get older, we gonna go visit you and we gonna piss on your grave."
Ooh.
I was like, whoa.
What's wrong with him? Hold on. What's wrong with him?
Well, he broke in his house. Right. The last episode of 5 Minute Trash, I think that was my mid or trash segment about Swerve breaking in his house and pretending like it was a baby in the crib. We know it ain't no baby in the crib. Baby ain't made one coup. He ain't coup one time. Swerve was up there acting like he was a baby. Oh man,
that's crazy.
Oh man. All right, Petey, man. Let's go over to Ned, man. All right, my mid moment for Monday Night Raw, and I know you're gonna agree with this because I basically stole this from you. My mid moment for Raw is Damian, stay ready. Because if you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. Now, why the hell did you show up at the end of the show and y'all beat up everybody in the ring? Where was your briefcase? Where was your briefcase? Like, come on now. Look, we get it. It's professional wrestling. We get it. But if I'm the money in the bank holder, I got the briefcase on me at all times. For all I know, you could get beat up by somebody. Now I can just cash in on you. Like, you got to make it at least look like you always ready. You always a threat to cash in. And I thought that it was stupid that he came out there without his briefcase. I thought it was just as stupid that he came out there with them damn 1996 jeans on. He came on. He remembered to wear the 1996 the backstage NWO sitting in the locker room. NWO. Well, you know how NWO used to sit together in the locker room, like 6 of them, sit there just laughing and talking and stuff, and all had on some damn denim blue jeans. Some tight blue jeans. That's why Priest came out.
Where the lead?
That's why Priest came out He had his damn blue. I said, damn, you 1996 Kevin Nash looking at a briefcase with him. Man, you better bring your man next time, man. You better bring that damn briefcase so you can cash in.
Oh my god, man, Damien, bro. My mid, yeah, it's, you know what, my I can't get over the team. I can't get over the team. Oh man, what was mid to me? What happened? Was the Battle Royal on Monday? The Battle Royal was on Monday, huh? Yeah, the Battle Royal. There we go. The Battle Royal. The what's her name? Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark winning the women's Battle Royal. That was mid to me. I felt like Shayna should have won. Period. Shayna should have got that win. Shayna deserves to get that win. I think Zoe Stark she needs a bit more training in the ring. To me, she's not that great. But that was mid to me. That's all I can give on that. That was pretty mid. Judgment Day, I don't know, man. They supposed to have been mid lately, though. They stuff been mid.
They keep redoing the same stuff.
Yeah, it's been mid. So anything Judgment Day was pretty much mid to me. That was, I don't know. I wasn't really excited about Monday. I feel like SmackDown was definitely like the more superior show this past week than Monday Night Raw. And, you know, you got Cody over there hobbling down to the ring and all that stuff. And I don't know, man. Raw is a big mess right now. Raw is definitely a big mess.
That's what, no wonder don't nobody know what channel they're going to be on when they contract run out.
Hey, they should go back to CNN. Where's CNN? Where's CNN?
Something. All right, man. I'm ready for you to get fired up on this next one. Because if you ain't picked this for your mid for NXT, it might become your mid. My mid for NXT is the deliberate and noticeable way that Joe Gacy is trying to be Bray Wyatt.
I've seen that.
You know what? I've seen it. I was gonna do, when I tried to do the show Fire Mid last week, it was gonna be my mid moment for last week. Joe Gacy trying to, because at first Joe Gacy wasn't coming off as somebody who was trying to be Bray Wyatt. Now it feels like he's intentionally trying to be Bray Wyatt. But he doesn't have, but see, that's what I was going to say. He doesn't have the ability to talk cryptically and have it actually sound like, you know, a threat. Like Bray Wyatt really sounded psychotic. Joe Gacy kind of sounds like he's whining. Him trying to be Bray Wyatt, that's a no dog for me.
Yeah, I seen it. I forgot all about that part. That's how much mid it was. Like, him trying to be all, just be yourself. just be whatever. Where's what's her name at? Where's Ava Raine?
Man, I feel like she keep having a little background. You know, now in the Triple H era, they got to do a little thing. They do stuff in the background now.
Yeah.
So I think it was like a little segment in the background. I think that was her. They showed her like walk into Shawn Michaels' office. So I think that was her.
I missed it. Oh yeah, okay. I seen the chick walking. Oh, so that probably. Oh, I didn't realize that was her.
I don't know if that was her though, but I think that was her.
Oh, okay. Women's tag team match. The Tiffany Stratton match. That was mid. I'll give you a 2-for-1 deal. That was mid. What's her name? The NXT Women's Champion?
Lyra Valkyrie.
Valkyrie. Yeah, that was mid. Her segment was mid. Where the hell did where did Xia Li come? Like, what's happening?
Now you know I love me some Xia Li. You know I love her. But yeah, that was mid, man. Like it didn't make sense. The only thing that was cool about that whole segment is how good she kicked that dude in his face. Yeah. That's the only thing. I was like, okay, that was a good kick.
I burst out laughing. I was like, what the what's happening right now? Like
I don't know where she came from. I don't know where she came from. I don't know why she got the shit around her eyes. I don't know what's going on.
They just got her. They just got her stuck in limbo. I mean, she looks good. She damn sure looks good, but she. I don't know. They need to figure that out. You gonna keep her in NXT or whatever? Like that whole little order was just mid.
Remember what I said for my fire segment for NXT? How I said some of the women on the main roster should be worried about losing their job because there's so many good women in NXT right now.
Yeah,
Xia Li is one of the people that should be worried because if they sending you from SmackDown to Raw, from Raw to NXT, that means they struggling to find something to do with you.
Yep, and if they have to keep struggling, they just gonna release you. That's all that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So she's well on her way. I'm sorry to say it, but she's well on her way.
Yeah. So the next mid moment for the week to me, and I think you could agree with this for Dynamite, is that they wasted Pentagon. They wasting Pentagon, man.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Yeah, man, they wasted Pentagon and they wasted Ray Phoenix. I can't even tell you who Pentagon was wrestling. I'll be completely honest with you. All I know is that I felt I was unsatisfied and I felt like it was a waste of his time. I think he was fighting.
I thought he was into it with the guns. I mean, the Bullet Club Gold. I thought don't he have a little program with them?
I think he does. I'm trying to remember who the hell is he fighting. He was fighting somebody good. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, he was fighting somebody good. But it still took me back to the idea that it feels like they still don't have nothing solid for him to do. Like he's not involved in his own feud. Because they were saying on commentary that the reason he was fighting who he was fighting is because he felt like they disrespected or something. They did something. But I remember saying, like, why is Pentagon's storyline right now getting involved in other people's business? Pentagon should be vying for the main title in AEW. Like, he's supposed to be like a superior level luchador, like Rey Mysterio. Like, that's how he should be treated. They shouldn't be talking about Pentagon, he's going to challenge for the international or whatever. Pentagon should be in the world title picture.
Right.
That's how cold. Exactly. And I feel like by the way they treat him, they're lessening who he was when he came in. And that's what AEW is doing to a lot of people. Like, okay, Miro, Andrade, okay, I get it. Like, those guys, like, they left WWE, and when they left WWE, they were doing nothing in WWE. Pentagon came in hot. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was hot where he was at, and he came in. So, like, I feel like, think about it like this. When AEW first started, Pentagon was a big attraction. They had the big entrance, the fire, all that stuff. Now, it just seems like they struggling to find shit for him to do. They like, okay,
do they just got him stuck in limbo? Like, what the hell is that? Like, why though? Those guys are one of the best tag teams, though.
One of the best tag teams, and could be good single stars too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I just praised AEW for how they had luchadors and all that stuff, but it kind of sucks that the best luchador ain't really getting no push. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think I did see some of Dynamite. Now that I'm looking at the recap, I was like, okay, I kind of remember watching that match. I can't say was fire. I know this is weird, but it's what they're doing with Danny Garcia.
You mean what's mid?
Fire.
You said
I just
fire.
Looked at some flames. Look, I looked at some flames. Looked at some flames on the thing.
You said fire and Danny Garcia. Right. You know what? I'll be doing that too. I'll be calling
Danny Garcia must be thinking. He must be talking about me. I need to hit him up and ask him, hey man, what's going on, man? Danny Garcia, the boxing crazy. Daniel Garcia, I mean. I guess you can call him Daddy too, shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's getting a bit of a push.
He's getting a bit of a push.
He's getting a bit of a push. He got his little dance moves and stuff like that. He has one of the best theme songs, I can say. One of the best theme songs on the roster. Like, seriously, that whole little drill music stuff is cool. I
mean, do you think that's mid though? Like
with him, to me, I think that. Oh no. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's mid. Sorry, y'all. That whole the Bullet Club Gold thing. You know how I feel about Jay White, man. I'm not the biggest Jay White guy. You're probably gonna bash me for it, but I'm not the biggest Jay White guy, man. Lately, they've just been doing some mid type of shit. Like, it's kind of like, you're giving, I guess they need more members. They need more members in their stable.
They need more to be guys. Like the actual Bullet Club.
Yeah, and every week him holding on a belt that's not his is mid to me. So there's my mid for him. Every week that he holds on to a title that's not even his is mid. And them talking about some, we got the intern, the MJF. I don't know. Maybe that's why AEW is giving out free tickets now. So I don't know. Everything about that is mid to me right now. That whole I'm running off with the belt.
That is pretty mid.
Yeah. What's fire?
All right.
Eddie Garcia.
It's all right, man. Look, I'm up here trying to do two things at once. Okay. Now let me handle this one, kid. Rampage. What do I have for mid for Rampage? Was the match between Ruby Soho and Red Velvet. Okay, first and foremost, I didn't even know Red Velvet still worked there. Sorry, I didn't know she still worked there, but it's okay that she does. Red Velvet's not bad, but the problem is that just like most of Rampage, it's not something I asked for. Like, it's not something I wanted to see. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if this happened on Rampage, Dynamite, or Collision. The whole thing with some flowers getting delivered to Ruby during the match. Yeah, that happened this week. But that match in particular, I remember coming away from that match feeling like this shit is sloppy. I can't even tell you any actual like moments that was sloppy, but when I was watching it, I wrote down this match was sloppy. And as I'm looking at their names, I said, I also don't want to see Ruby Soho versus Red Velvet. And to be quite honest with you, I don't need to see Red Velvet at all. She's almost like the Natalia of AEW, where it's just like, I'm sorry. And it sucks even more for Red Velvet because it took Natalia years for me to get to that point with Natalia. Red Velvet, I've heard of her for a couple years, and I'm just like, I'm tired of seeing her because I feel like AEW will never put a title on her. And I feel like, I'll put it to you like this, because she was a part of the whole Cody Rhodes, Brandy Rhodes, Nightmare Family shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many wrestlers that was a part of that if you think about it, when Cody left, their careers just went in the toilet. Red Velvet got hit with that twice. Cody left. Then she had to reestablish herself and align herself with did she align herself with Jade Cargill? I can't remember, but in other words, man, Red Velvet is like enhancement talent to me. And I feel like if she could go over to TNA or something like that, she'll have a better chance of success, but it's just not going to happen for her in AEW. That's just why I'm with that. I tried to have some empathy, and you laughing at the girl. SmackDown. You back in the game now, kid. SmackDown.
All right.
Oh yeah, you're gonna agree with me on this. My mid moment, because I kind of stole this one from you too. My mid moment is the Street Profits being one thing but acting like another thing. Like they wear suits. Look, they wear suits and hanging out with Bobby Lashley, but they still acting like they got the red Solo cup and get in the ring. What they do when they get in the ring? Like, you know, the whole.
I think he stopped
like
carrying the cup though. He stopped carrying the cup, did he?
Yeah, but he acted like he was sipping out the cup because he up there just acting goofy and silly. And I'm sorry, man. If you roll with Bobby, you can't be acting goofy and shit.
Whoa! I just thought of something. Why was what's his name on SmackDown? I thought he got fired. Shante Donis or whatever.
No, the Uncle Phil got fired.
I thought they both got let go.
Because Shante Adonis, remember, he was just on SmackDown like the other week, getting beat up by LA Knight.
That's crazy. That's how irrelevant he is, and I don't even remember.
That's a damn shame. B-Fab finna get more publicity to him.
Yeah, hopefully they change her look or whatever.
They do. Yeah, it's time to change her look up.
Yeah, I do agree with your mid. My mid. I'm trying to put that. I don't want to put. Nah, we're gonna say that for trash because I feel like it's just trash. My mid is going to be. Yeah, I have to agree with the Bobby Lashley thing. I have to agree with that. That's the only thing I can really think of. Oh wait, no, LA Knight, man. I don't know. For some reason, it's kind of mid. It's kind of like background noise a little bit. Like I was doing other stuff and trying to pay attention. That Grayson Waller, yeah, the Grayson Waller thing is mid to me. It's because I don't like Grayson Waller that much. But him beefing with LA Knight, I get it. Like my old lady was saying, she was like, why is he beefing? I was like, yeah, they just trying to give him something to do, just to see what the next storyline is going to be for LA Knight. They're trying to build him up on another storyline. They basically saving him for the Royal Rumble. They saving his next storyline for the Royal Rumble. But that match with Grayson Waller didn't need to happen. It was mid, very mid. I felt like that was a waste of time for LA Knight. That's me personally.
I'm gonna hold my opinion on that one to the next segment. All right. So then we're gonna move over to Collision. And what I got for Collision is Willow Nightingale and Julia Hart match. Now, here's the thing. Here's why I said it was mid. I like Willow and I like Julia Hart. And this is more so for Julia than Willow, because I think Willow has proven that she can do this, but their match was too long. And I don't mean it like in a sense that if you're going to have a long match, it better damn sure well be two competitors that A, are capable of having a long match, and B, people want to see. Nobody wants to see a long match with two people that nobody cares about or that people don't care about. That's not even my main issue with this match. My main issue with this match was that towards the end of the match, they started getting sloppy because I don't know which one of them had to get tired, but it was a portion at the end of the match where it ended real sloppy. Like Willow went to powerbomb Julia, and instead of her, I think Julia was supposed to land on her feet, but she landed flat on like her ass. And you could tell she was hurt because she like instantly like made a face and started moving slower. And then they rushed to like finish the matchup. Like she kicked her and then like did a moonsault and then pinned her. And then like she looked like she was barely able to get up after she did that shit. But I remember when she powerbombed her tailbone, I was like, damn, that had to hurt. But I was like, yeah, they don't need to have no long match between them two. Don't do that shit no more.
Nah. They don't need no long match, man. They don't need no long match. Women don't need. I'm sorry. Well, I don't want to sound sexist.
Don't say it. Those particular competitors don't need to have no long match. Right, now we talking about Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair. They can have a long match. Bianca and Sasha Banks, like people like those type of matches, yeah. But Willow Nightingale, Julia Hart, I don't need to see them wrestle for however long they was wrestling. And I'm sorry if it was like only 5 to 10 minutes because that shit felt like an eternity. And that's how like. So next, let's talk about that fire. Not fire. Oh, see what you did, man? See what you did? See what you did? Not fire, man. Let's talk about that trash.
All right.
All right. This is the fun part. For Raw, initially I had Nia Jax on there, but I took Nia Jax off after Becky Lynch eated her backstage and told her that while she'd been winning matches and championships, Nia Jax, all she did was got fired. So then I scratched it off. And you know what I got for Raw? My trash moment for Raw is just simply that Raw is now the B show.
Ooh,
that's it.
Good.
That's it.
Good.
It looks like a B show. It feels like a B show. And that's just the way I feel like they run it now. Raw no longer feels like the flagship show for WWE. It feels like the B show. Mm-hmm. I feel like, okay, I'll put it to you like this. I feel like I can skip Raw, but I feel like SmackDown is must watch TV. Look at all the shit that happened on SmackDown. Yeah, look at all the shit that happened on SmackDown compared to Raw. SmackDown, you had heel turns, you got all kinds of stuff happening. Raw's like tag team match, tag team match, tag team match, every other match. I'm sorry. I want the tag team division to rise again, but I don't need to see. I'm from the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era, you might see 1-2 tag matches a night. That's it. On Raw, they dead ass be like 3-4. That's too many.
Yeah, they having way too many tag matches. Like you don't need that many tag matches in the show. I get it. You got to fill up that 3 hours, but it doesn't have to always be tag after tag after tag. Like I get exhausted seeing tag matches every goddamn week. Like on every show.
I've seen Raw do shit like have Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough against like Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, and then follow that shit up with the New Day versus the Alpha Academy, and then close the night out with Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus freaking Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Like they be doing shit like that on Raw. And like that's a real B show shit to me, and I don't like it.
Yep. Mine is gonna be Drew McIntyre showing up and just not saying trash. Him showing up, not saying nothing, then leaving. That's trash. Don't make any sense. Man, Raw, like you said, it's just overall it's been like a trash week for Raw. Or trash couple weeks for Raw, actually. A couple weeks has been trash for them. Anything? Oh, Shinsuke Nakamura, trash. His whole that match did nothing for Shinsuke and it did nothing for Akira. Like, that's trash. I mean, man, Raw is just like you said. Raw is really looking like a really B show. Like in a minute, it's going to be a C show because NXT, their storylines is better in some instances than Raw is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that, kid. If NXT going to the NXT finna go to the CW, so I don't know.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, that is bad.
Well, as far as this week goes, NXT was a lot better as far as story-wise than Raw was.
I agree. I agree.
You know, Cody Rhodes and all of them, that whole battleground thing, that Adam Pearce standing in the ring. You want to play games? You want to play games? You want to play games, pal? Yeah, good. That was trash. Trash.
Why was he acting like that was his moment?
It's like he was trying to be Vince and Triple H at the same. You want to play games, pal?
You want to play games? You want to play games? This is War Games.
Yes. That was trash. That was trash, kid. That was trash. That was trash. It was so funny. It was trash, but it was so funny at the same time because it was trash.
He's like, you want to play games? You want to play games? You want to play games? And then look, then he said, this is War Games. Then they cut the camera, cut over to Cody. Cody like,
Oh my god!
Oh man!
The only thing I can see happening at War Games with that is Drew McIntyre defecting over because that was some reports, some rumors allegedly, according to WrestleMania. That Drew McIntyre defecting over to the Judgment Day, possibly Randy Orton returning, possibly could be CM Punk. Wait, there was some. I'm looking here on Twitter or the X. In Chicago at the hockey game, they was playing CM Punk's Cult of Personality. It's like a short 12-second clip. They was playing his theme song in Chicago at a hockey game.
I mean, they could have just been playing the Cult of Personality because it's a good song.
Could have been, but it's like, all the rumors that's going on, people, it's definitely like, oh my God, they're playing Chicago, they're playing CM Punk. Everybody's going to ride the wave on that. But yeah, you want to play games, pal? The kid took the glasses off, paid the glasses. Oh man, yeah.
So over on NXT, the trash moment I have is kind of similar to what I said about Penta. They wasting Braun Breaker. Like, I don't know what they do with Braun Breaker. Like, did he get in trouble? Like, what happened? Why hasn't he been called up? And not only has he not been called up, he's just been kind of just taking L's in NXT.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't take one this past week, though. He didn't.
That's true. He got powerbombed through a table, though. He won, but got powerbombed through the table.
This is true. He did.
So it's kind of like he taking L's in the sense that they went from making him seem like this unstoppable ass juggernaut to now he just look like he can get his ass whooped by anybody.
That's sad, man. Why are they doing him like that, though?
Like the Bulls.
So you want to play games, huh, pal? Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, that Von. What's his name? Von Wagner.
Yeah.
Yeah, trash. Trash.
So that's your trash moment.
Trash can't suit water. Like that whole. Did he see him? Did he see him anyway? Did you see him in the ring? He was trying to do this. He was being Shawn Michaels from '97. He doesn't know what's going on. Oh yeah, that's my trash, man. He trash for that one. That was trash right there. That was definitely trash. Oh man, yeah, man.
So next we got Dynamite. My trash moment for Dynamite is a 2-for-1. Keith Lee and the Young Bucks down bad right now.
I ain't even know Keith Lee still there.
Exactly. Keith Lee then went from. Here's my whole thing. Wasn't he complaining in WWE about his character and the way he was being used? Well, shit. Now, yeah, like shit. Well, now he in AEW getting misused, and his woman ain't there. At least his woman was there with him in WWE. This motherfucker went from having black hair to having gray hair. Now he's back having black hair and still losing. Then you got the Young Bucks, who should be always at the top of the company and tag team. Always at the top. They walking around crying and complaining because Kenny Omega wants to have a tag team with Jericho for a second. And they just basically walking around being a bitch. And you know what? I'm surprised that AEW let Kenny Omega call them some sissies on Dynamite, because I could have sworn that was like a banned word. Like, so I mean,
I'm gonna give you
they
trash.
Down bad right now.
I'm gonna give you my trash right here. This one might catch you off guard. Why are they trying to have a First off, Toni Storm, her whole thing is just trash. Her whole. I don't have a clue what the hell they doing with that. They just pretty much just stuck her or whatever. Like that whole nor whatever type shit she doing. That shit is just horrible. And also this Kenny Omega, Don Callis, like a dragon, Gaiden street fight shit that's supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's trash off the gate. That was trash for even announcing that. So that's my two trashes right there. Toni Storm, her whole thing's trash. And this whole like a dragon announcement was trash. So, yeah, I don't want to see no wrestling video game street fight. It just doesn't make sense to me. I get it. Kenny Omega, he likes his Japanese. He likes, you know what I'm saying? He likes his overseas, but that's just crazy. No, I'm good.
So I just had some definitely ghost shit just happened over here right now, so I'm kind of shook.
Yeah, I ain't coming over there, bro.
That's super weird, bro. What the? Like, you know how my stuff is set up, right? You know how I'm facing the door for the patio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why the blind? You know how the blinds is like the blinds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why they just like start waving back and forth like by themselves? The AC not on or nothing.
Mm-hmm. Is your window slightly open?
Nah.
You probably getting air through there somehow.
Nah, kid. The way it was waving, that
like get up, like put your hand. Oh, I don't know, bro.
That shouldn't be able to happen.
Maybe,
but whatever. I'll deal with that after the fact. But my trash bro, maybe they don't like that we talking about Keith Lee.
Bearcat Lee. Bearcat.
My next trash was and I'm gonna attack them every week. I'm sorry. Jeff Jarrett's group. This is for Rampage.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Jarrett's group was on Rampage. His wife was being annoying, and that's enough for me to get trashed for that show. So
Big Bird. Yeah.
Yep, Big Bird, Arthur looked like Aardvark. They was on that. They was on that show. So that's my trash for Rampage. Let's move over to SmackDown. So for SmackDown, I have what you were already talking about. I have LA Knight. I have LA Knight going against Grayson Waller. And the reason I have that for my trash is because how do you go from fighting Roman Reigns to then fight LA Knight? I mean, to then fighting Grayson Waller. It just feel like a step back for me. And that's kind of trash.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I can see how you want that to be trash. Kairi Sane's outfit was trash to me. It's like she was too big, like she was trying to adjust. And you know what? And she not getting a proper entrance. Like that whole them coming out together, it just looked crazy. It looked off for some reason. Like she coming out with the evil pirate look now, and I don't know. That was trash to me. I'm sorry. Kevin Owens getting suspended for no appearance for for defending himself is trash. That was trash as well. But yeah, I can totally agree with the whole. Now I think about the LA Knight thing. But yeah, they SmackDown. I mean, SmackDown was definitely not as trash as any of the other shows, though. They didn't have a whole lot of trash in there, especially with their main focal points of Asuka joining up with Damage Control and Escobar for trading LWO. So that saved them right there.
All right, so my next trash is for Collision. Now, I'm going to edit this out if it don't work, so we're going to give it a shot. So let's see if I can pull this off.
What is happening?
Don't tell me you got a ghost too.
What are they doing?
All right, this is my trash for Collision. And this is courtesy of Motto Wrestling. Sorry, bro, I'm going to use your video real quick. Let's see if you can see this. Let me know if you can hear it, Petey.
I'm here with the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Can you hear it?
Fans around the world.
Yeah.
And me personally,
this is my
very
trash
sad that you've announced
for AEW
your
Collision.
last year as a full-time active pro wrestler. Something that
this forced,
I know is very important to me
horrible,
and
forced
fans all around the world.
backstage
last year
advertisement
at AEW All In, we had an amazing
of
event.
All In
The
at
only
Wembley
thing
for
that could have made the event better is
2024.
we had some of our top stars out with injuries. I think very top of the list would be the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And I'm very excited that it coincides with the later part of your final year as an active pro wrestler full-time, that you will be at AEW All In 2024 at Wembley Stadium in London.
Yeah, I couldn't be more excited. I sat at home watching All In at 2023, and I just felt the energy in my body. I think that was probably the greatest pro wrestling show I have ever seen in my entire life. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to be a part of All In Wembley in 2024.
And those tickets go on sale weeks from now, December 1st. And you don't have to wait till December 1st. You can sign up now for early access at ticketmaster.co.uk to be a part of the pre-sale on November 27th to pick up the hottest ticket for the biggest event in pro wrestling, All In 2024 at the Stadium. But there's still a lot of great pro wrestling left. We've got the first ever AEW Continental Classic, the round robin tournament fans have been calling for years. 12 of 8 top stars competing weekly in matches in huge cities across North America, with the tournament kicking off November 22nd in Chicago, then Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hopefully the video don't get taken down for us short as, but we'll see.
In Montreal, Quebec, Canada. A week in the Dallas Metroplex, followed by Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Texas,
once again,
and then the league finals in Orlando,
YouTube
Florida, December 27th on AEW Dynamite. And then at AEW World's End on December 30th, we will crown the inaugural AEW Continental Classic winner on pay-per-view. And I'm so excited to announce that against all odds, even with the tournament start only weeks away, it's official. The first participant in the inaugural AEW Continental Classic will be you, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
That's right. And I know I may not look ready right now, but this is the kind of tournament that I've been wanting to do my entire career. And there is no better place to do it than in AEW with the best wrestlers in the world, with Tony Khan booking these shows. There is nothing that could stop me from coming back and participating in the Continental Classic. And me, just like all the other AEW wrestlers, we're fired up and we're going to put on the best wrestling tournament ever.
You want war games?
That whole shit was trash. Trash. You know what's trash? You know what's trash is that Tony Khan can't even talk. Like, he can't even make the show seem believable to want to watch. No hype in his talk. No hype in his voice. No deep tone of voice. No nothing. He's just like, so we're having a show at Wembley Stadium in the UK. Yeah. Guess who's gonna be there? The American Dragon. Yeah, the American Dragon's gonna be there. And then you got this dude. You got Daniel Bryan Danielson, whatever. Around with the dick.
I felt like that promo sounded like he had a gun pointed at Daniel Bryan the entire time. That was horrible.
Oh, God, that was terrible.
That was absolutely horrible. Well, guys, that's it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Please like, subscribe, follow. I hope this video don't get taken down. Turn on your notifications. Follow me on all social media platforms. Follow PD Stunt on all social media platforms. We are here. We are Crimson Mask. We are pro wrestling with an attitude, and we are out.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Brother, yeah!